Hi, I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. Today I'm going to be talking about rug hooking. In this video, I'm going to be making a patriotic hooked mug rug. So I have this pattern here. I will put this in my free pattern library. I'm going to use my light box. I'm going to trace it onto a piece of monk's cloth. You could use whatever kind of foundation fabric you like. I've made this to be a 4.5 inch circle. Some of my mugs are rather large at the base, but you could adjust this to be smaller if you have smaller mugs and don't have any larger mugs. I'm going to use number 4 cut 1/8 inch worms. I've got some cream ones that I already have cut. I have these red ones that were left over from another project where I used number 8 cuts. For this project, I'm just going to cut them down the middle. I won't need very many, so it won't be too hard to just cut them right down the middle to use these up. I have a lot of navy blue, so I cut some worms of that. I'm going to use blue for this top part here, and then red stripes and a white stripe, and then the white star. And then I'll do the 1776 in the white as well. I have finished hooking and I steam pressed it, and now I'm going to take it to the serger and trim the edges and serge all around in one step. So you can see I'm just going to use the edge of the hooking as a guide here, so I get about the same distance of seam allowance all the way around. Now I have that trimmed and serged all the way around, and now I'm going to press the empty monk's cloth foundation fabric to the back with my iron. You can see that it is pressed under, but it's still kind of floppy. So I'm going to take a damp pressing cloth and put it over the top, making sure that I get everything pressed under like I want. And then I'm going to steam press that to the back. Like right here, I didn't get it quite right. Do that again. You can see it's pressed down nicely, and you can't see any of it from the front. I'm going to let this dry. It did get a little damp from that pressing. This has had time to dry now, and I've picked out this navy wool for the backing. It's the same wool that I use for the blue part on the rug. I'm just going to lay this on top. I've got the wrong sides together, and I'm going to angle my scissors slightly and cut all the way around using this as a template. So my goal is to make this circle that I just cut slightly larger than the area of this turned over foundation fabric. And that way when I sew, it will come over and cover the edges. And if I find as I'm sewing that it's too large, I can always cut off some of the circle to make it smaller. Now I've got a thread that matches my backing. Going to use some clips. These are quilting sewing clips to hold things together in a few places. Going to start underneath here, put my knot under the folded over fabric. And then I'm going to catch the wool and the fold of the foundation fabric. And I'm going to not catch the hooked wool. I don't want to catch those loops. So I'm just holding those back with my finger as I stitch. And I'm doing a whip stitch. You can see here how that covers up the edge of the monk's cloth. And I am almost done, but you can see here from the front that it's a little bit too big on this side. So I'm just going to trim it down. And then I can continue sewing this closed. If you wanted a little bit more substance to your mug rug, you could add something in between the layers here. Some plastic canvas cut to size might be a good option. Think if you used cardboard, you might be sorry later if your mug rug were to get damp from condensation. But if you used the plastic canvas, that plastic would not be hurt if it got wet. I'm not going to add any to mine. I think that it's substantial enough for me to use as a coaster. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.